So look, Marvell is a very data-driven company, right? And semiconductor in general has gone through a significant change in dynamics over the last 5 years, if I had to put it subtly. And when you have a data-driven organization where subjective conversations don't have a place, then you want to automate all that for your decision makers. And what we have done is we have done some really early investment in modern data infrastructure, in doing good data modeling, and defining processes around data. That is something that people miss out. How do you really use data? So we did that, and we did that very early on. We did that when data was not a problem, when the problem statements didn't change in semiconductor for a long time, right? And we invested in those areas, and then when the problem hit us, when I saw the opportunity hit us, we were able to navigate through it fairly well using our data strategy. And now, it's not just about decision making. Now we're also talking about predicting what's happening. We're talking about generating content. We're talking about optimizing, and we are talking about doing it all at scale. And that is where AI comes in. And we've been leveraging AI fairly effectively, and that's not an area to be complacent in, but we're leveraging AI fairly effectively to drive further innovation. So at Marvell, we think of AI in 4 pillars. Again, Marvell is a fabless semiconductor company. So we are an engineering company, really. So the first pillar is things that move the needle for us. And for us, that's clearly product development. So our big investments, big bets, most of my time working with the central engineering group is in the product development space. But the second pillar is also very important, looking at every aspect of Marvell's business function and inserting AI into it. So this is about overall company efficiency. Now in that, you have to work on reimagining your business processes. So first step, just invest in AI wherever it makes sense, insert it. Second step, look at all your workflows, reimagine those workflows, and see how you can do an AI-first workflow. So that's the second pillar. Third is company of engineers. You have to fuel their innovation. So we built an AI development platform which had all the bells and whistles of AI, RAG, knowledge graph, a multi-agent framework, and we invited our engineers to come and build in that platform. So you can use their domain knowledge, their expertise to actually have a scale up in our AI deployment. So that's a third pillar, to bring them in. Fourth, which is where my time mostly gets spent, is building something for future. First in there is strategic partnership, solution providers, technology firms, universities. That's where the research is happening. Second is data platform. AI is totally dependent on data. That is when the real value of AI comes in. So if we're investing in data platform and data strategy, that is going to fuel the AI innovation coming future, right? And the third within that layer is the most important thing, is driving adoption, getting the company AI ready, getting the upskilling of the team done. So, and that is our 4-pillar approach, the way we look at AI. So it's twofold. First is, there's a mystery around AI. First thing first, we say it's AI is the future. So most of people think it's a future, it's not current. But AI is like pretty current, right? It's future as well as current. So first thing is to demystify that for all our employees. Second thing is it's an optional technology. Like other technology elements, when we insert an ERP system, we take an ERP system out. In AI, we add a technology, and it's mostly around productivity. So it's an optional use technology. And when you have an optional use technology, you'll get a wide spectrum of adoption. And that is the thing that we're dealing with. But in that spectrum of adoption, a lot of other things matter. Your technical skill matters, your region matters, your background matters. And most importantly, in this day and age, your generation matters. So this is the first time we are seeing such a wide spectrum, a wide diversity in generation that is working in the workspace. Folks who are Generation X versus Gen Z, they use technology very differently. So you can't have one-stop shop, one single methodology of driving adoption for your employee base. So that's an important one for us, right? So a good CIO should think like a private equity company, because the top line value proposition was fairly fixed. You can drive operational efficiency, infrastructural efficiency, something about customer experience that you can do, or user experience you can do. But your top line was fixed. So you have to work on making your bottom line better, right? You have to drive cost reduction, you have to be conservative. CIOs are very conservative people. Now with AI coming in, you're talking about new value space. So here, you have to have an addition of a thought process of being a venture capitalist. You have to be bold. Maybe 1 out of 10 investment that you're going to make in AI is going to work. So you have to have that number in your mind that most of things are going to fail. And by the way, if it fails, move on. We are in a business of trying to make a technology work, but if it fails, move on. But if it works, scale fast. So twofolds, right? First of all, I come from a tech company. Marvel is a very, we don't just drive innovation, we adopt innovation very quickly. And we have certain learnings that we go along with a fast-paced adoption. So I would like to share that learning. But at the same time, I would like to come to a session where I can meet all the other technology leaders coming from diverse industry sectors to come in and share their learning with us. So that is super critical for us. Well, it's a very large and, like I said, diverse set of IT leaders or technology leaders that have come in and joined, even solution providers who come in and joined, right? Normally, by the time an information comes to me, it's fairly filtered. So here, just walking around, meeting with people, getting their perspective, it really opens up a new thought process for you. It really informs you in multiple different ways. So that is something I'm looking forward to do more and more and learn from the experience.